Johannesburg is a place where wealth and poverty share a sidewalk.
Seatbelt sign is going to be put on very soon. Once it is on, I'd like to make sure your seats with your seatbelts fastened.
Well, what are you doing here? Are you ready? Can I weld?
Yes.
Um, as you said you think that, like in South Africa, a country like South Africa, I believe in the US, people can just walk out of a job. They can just go, right, I'm done, and walk out.
Yeah.
And you can say, right, you're fired, off you go.
Yeah.
Well, it was here.
Well, it depends on your state. There's different rules in different states.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because a cousin of mine, well, my cousin and her husband immigrated, and he opened a business, and apparently their staff have just walked out, just like that.
Okay.
And we were all sort of talking about how different things are.
The way people go about finding jobs is significantly different from what I can tell so far. Like, everything here is social. You kind of have to know someone to find a job or to be offered a job.
In the States, it sounds like there are so many jobs, and people are not that fussed whether they're working or not working. Not quite to that degree.
It really comes down to, it's not that there's so many jobs in the U.S., because that's just really not true. Right now, the unemployment rate is some of the highest it's been in a long time.
Really?
Yeah, we're in a recession. They're just not calling it that yet.
You can play as much as you want. Maybe what you must know. Age, where we're coming from. We need to take that into account.
But no, I understand. Mountain and the sea. And what would Cape Town be without the sea? Ape Town. But has anyone been to Cape Town recently? Is anyone from there? No? You from there? No.
Hey.
Hello.
I've eaten grilled salmon for like my last 6 meals straight, so. Oh no, I had some king flip the other day, but you know. Awesome.
So are you going to be having any extras in the room? So you wanted?
9,927 miles. That's how far I flew to get here. Not to escape something, but to arrive fully in a city that's layered, complex, and alive in ways that don't always make sense from a distance. The door clicks shut behind me, and everything outside goes quiet. Inside this room, the world slows. The light is warm, the walls textured, the silence curated. Johannesburg is just outside that window, but in here it might as well be Paris, Tokyo, New York, or even Dar es Salaam. 5-star hotels are built for forgetting. Forget the noise, forget the long flight, forget the work. Here, you're met with high thread count linens, rainfall showers, espresso at the push of a button, velvet seating, gold-rimmed glassware, a tub that begs you to take your time. Every detail reminds you, you're allowed to feel good here. But the view, that's what brings you back. Look close enough and you'll see the edge. Rooftop pools across the skyline, and then a few blocks further, 10 roofs stacked in tight rows. Johannesburg is a place where wealth and poverty share a sidewalk, where you can sip champagne at sunset while someone just beyond the fence is walking home with water on their head. What does luxury mean in a place like this? Is it comfort or is it distance? Is it what you've earned or what you've been allowed to forget? As a Black woman from the US, this isn't just travel. It's witnessing something familiar through a foreign lens. This hotel room is still. That kind of stillness costs money. Outside, Johannesburg moves. Loud, fast, colorful, complicated. Inside is soft slippers, whispered room service, a robe you can sleep forever in. And yet, you can't quite forget what's just past the gate. There's a quiet guilt that comes with luxury, not because you don't deserve it, but because someone else never even had the option. This isn't a review. This is a reflection. I came here to rest, but I leave with questions. Can you fully relax in a place that holds so much contrast? Can you honor your joy without ignoring someone else's struggle? I don't have the answers, but I know this. Luxury in a place like Johannesburg is never just a feeling. It's a choice. It's an experience. Stillness is a luxury. And here, and in this world, it's sold at a premium. A quiet room, a hot bath, the freedom to not answer a single question. But stillness outside this hotel, outside of these experiences, it's a privilege that few can afford. This is the kind of peace people fight for, work for, dream of. This isn't just a room. It's a mirror. It reflects everything I've carried, my worth, my wounds, my worldview. I didn't come here to review amenities. I came here to see what luxury reveals and what it hides. So was it worth it? The miles, the money, the mental shift? That's not a question I can answer yet for you. But I'll say this. Johannesburg made me look twice, not just at the skyline, but at myself. And maybe that's the real luxury, perspective. I am headed off to get breakfast and then to the spa. Let's get into my surfer suit. And then the little garment on top goes to my other three-piece swimsuit. The colors, I love them. This room has certainly been nothing short of magnificent up until now. I mean, just look at it. Let us go enjoy the day, shall we? The breakfast left a lot to be desired, but I love my rooibos tea, and that never misses. So I'm gonna enjoy my pots of dal. As you can see, I picked up a little bit of breakfast. The spread left a lot to be desired, to be honest, for the facilities to be this nice. The entire property was insanely beautiful. It was a bright and sunny day. It's winter in Johannesburg, so it was quite crisp, but it was still warm enough, with the sun being up. I wanted to share a lot more of the experience than I actually did, but my allergies really took a hold of me with all of that bright sunshine and all of the vegetation around me that I love so very much. Maybe I'll share some of my medical tourism experience in South Africa at some point. But I did receive a few amazing treatments there at the spa. I just had some of that. I love, 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 love ginger. Fresh herbs in the back. The internal spa facilities were very immaculate, nice and clean, smelled nice. They had nice amenities, some light refreshments to offer in addition to the food bar that was across the way. Just got a facial. I was asleep. One of my favorite things is how South Africans always tell me I blend in. Somebody told me they thought this was a tribal outfit. This is a surf suit. As you can see, anything is gonna steam up pretty quickly. Currently in the steam room, got it all to myself, which is always nice. Hi. Yes, hello. It's me again. San Francisco. I don't know how my face look. I just got the steamer and I had treatments and stuff. So I feel like I got like the kind of like ashy glow that you get from swimming and stuff. So I wanted to talk about really quickly because we just celebrated our 4th Africaversary. One of the next major shifts that I would like to discuss beyond like language and currency is culture. So like, depending upon where you are, and like I mentioned, very social, as in America specifically, you know, Americans, our culture is really fixated on hyper individualism, right? Like being able to do things independently on your own without support or without anyone or whatever, which is a lot of the reason why our current social, economic, and social construct as Black Americans is in disarray, but I digress. As someone who crossed the bridge and came here, the way people work together here, keep your head on swivel if you ain't ready to be on your toes. All right, so like, I have a ton of amazing stories to share, specifically from my time in Tanzania, where there was a certain mentality that I came across that really forced me to look at myself in the mirror in a whole new way and adjust my own posture. You know, like the whole concept of like,
Second rule, it's my personal rule, is that you're not allowed to stare at my hips, okay? It's just, no, I can feel it. It gets hot. As soon as I have to just change direction. That's, that's how it is. Listen.
they're watching.
You can play as much as you want. Maybe what you must know. Age, where we're coming from. We need to take that into account.
But no, I understand.
You're just feeling we're on the same level because we're working together.
I think I keep it there.
I can't. This time I can't. I had enough.